Let's have a quick revision of what we have learned so far. So, first, we learned how to calculate our learning speed and found out what was our reading speed. Second, we learned the difference between comprehension and recall. Third, we have set our learning goals. And the last thing, we learned the complete framework for learning from a book. Now, I suppose that you have gone through the above lessons and have done all the action steps mentioned by me. If you didn't do it, I recommend you to stop now and rewatch the previous lessons and perform the action steps. Now, in this lesson, ask yourself these two questions. What is the difference between an effective reader and an ineffective one? And second, why do some people read faster and others slow? Stop for a second and think for an answer. I repeat, what is the difference between an effective reader and an ineffective one? And second, why do some people read faster and others very slow? What is your answer? In my opinion, effective readers have a right mindset towards reading and have good habits of reading in place. The ineffective readers don't have this right mindset and have bad or wrong reading habits. Not so effective readers also have wrong misconceptions towards reading. In this lesson, I'm going to cover these three aspects: misconceptions of reading and speed reading, second, good and bad habits of reading, and third, the right mindset you need to have for reading. These lessons are the foundation for future lessons, so please do the effort and follow them very attentively. Okay, let's start. The first part, misconceptions of reading and speed reading. The first one, reading speed of over 1000 words per minute is not possible. In reality, there are many readers all over the world who can read more than 1000 words per minute. Second, you should read to understand 100% of what you read the first time. In reality, you can never understand 100% of what you read the first time if there is a large text. We have learned in previous lessons that while reading we should focus on understanding the text and not on remembering them. Some of you have this misconception that we should understand 100% of what we read the first time. You know, understanding comes in layers, and it may take multiple reading sessions to reach that position, to reach that level. It's also not practical to understand everything the author says even after multiple readings. Even after reading a book more than 20 times, sometimes I get new insights while reading for the 21st time, especially after a several months of break, because you evolve, your mind evolves, your conceptions evolve. So it's normal that you will have new insights, or you will look at certain things from a different perspective than previously. Next, for better comprehension, you should read slowly and carefully. In reality, your reading speed should vary depending upon the material you are reading. Effective readers vary their reading speed depending the text. You should do the same. Next, you should read at the same speed for all reading materials. In reality, again, your reading speed should vary depending upon the material you are reading. Speed would be less for technical materials, whereas your reading speed would be at maximum while reading a fiction book. Effective readers vary their reading speed depending upon the text, and you should do the same. Next, one of the negative points of speed reading faster is that your comprehension is reduced. In reality, the vast majority of effective readers are fast readers. Compare top scoring students with low scoring students. You will find that top scoring students are faster readers. Comprehension will reduce if you read faster than what your present skill is. Next, when you come to a word that you do not understand, you should have a dictionary close at hand. You can look it up immediately. In reality, this practice will actually get you out of your reading state, and it is not effective. If you come across a difficult word, you should just mark the word and proceed ahead. You will understand what the author is saying even if you don't know the meaning of that word. You can look into the dictionary for the meaning afterwards. Next, you can read at more than 25,000 words per minute. At this reading speed, your conscious mind will not have any clue about what is happening around you or what you're reading. Next misconception. For novels and poetry, slower reading speeds are important in order to appreciate the meaning of the information and the rhythm of language. In reality, it would actually be a barrier if you are reading fiction or poetry very slow. Please try reading at 50 words per minute and then at 200 words per minute, and you will see a major difference in enjoyment. You may not want to read at a very fast speed at the same time, so it is not recommended to read at very slow speed as well. Try to reach a comfortable speed reading for you, but don't fix yourself at a slow one just because you read this somewhere. Next, word-to-word reading helps comprehension. Well, I don't think so. Try to read at your normal reading speed. If that is 200 words per minute, be it like that. But word-to-word reading doesn't help comprehension, because you will forget the bigger picture of what you are reading. And the last misconception, skipping words, is a lazy habit and should be eliminated. Word-to-word reading is not at all necessary to understand what the author is saying. You can understand even after skipping many words. The last two misconceptions, word-to-word reading helps comprehension and skipping words is a lazy habit and should be eliminated, will be covered in detail in the next lessons. So far, we've talked about 10 of the most popular misconceptions. There will be still some things which you think are true. If you doubt what you are thinking is true about reading, ask a question and I will help out. Now, the action steps. This is a very intense lesson. So, the first action step, I want you to watch your material at least 3 times. When you are watching for the second and third time, I want you to stop after each point and think what you think is true or what is your belief regarding that point and share your findings. And second, share in the discussion sections your breakthroughs while watching this lesson. I want you to mention what misconceptions or myths you have about reading in general. Okay, thank you very much and see you in the next lesson.